Whether it will succeed, we don't know. There's an old lawyer's expression that never ask a question in court when you don't know the answer. We're basically asking ourselves whether the Allies will be able to step up and handle things on their own, and it's a very open question.
Thinking about the prospect of a post-Gaddafi Libya, I mean, I've been thinking about post-Saddam Iraq as well, and of course, we're still there. Is there a way to make peacekeeping and stability operations, particularly in a country where there's no opposition, there are no institutions of state beyond Gaddafi's circle, right? Is there a way to make peacekeeping and stability operations something other than something that looks like war? Is there any institution that's capable of doing that outside of the U.S., which really doesn't want to do it anymore?
Yes and no. It's fundamentally a question of political order. And, we think of politics as different from force and war. But in fact, the power of the state over its citizens, the police, are not soldiers, they're police, but they have the power of the state behind them. And the establishment of some kind of quasi-legitimate political order on the ground, somebody in charge so there's not chaos. That was the big problem in Iraq. Who would supply chaos? We didn't supply public order, and so it devolved into communal warfare and outright sort of a mess. In Libya, the real question will be, can you generate some kind of local political order, or can it be provided from the outside in a relatively benign way with international forces, with non-violent means? We'll see. This is a big experiment, and the idea that this was basically decided last week in a couple of meetings, in between other things, without any kind of domestic participation, it's mind-boggling, frankly.
While being accused of dithering and taking too long while they tried to put this together.
I think you had it right in the first segment, where in the earlier comment where you said that they didn't want to do this interventions themselves. We are now involved in Libya's civil war. And the fact that we say we're not, the fact that we say that it's humanitarian, the fact that we say we're going to back off, that conflicts with the substantive logic of the mission that we're now engaged in.
Yeah, and highlights why they are trying to say it's not us and really politically. Gideon Rose, the author of How Wars End, Why We Always Fight the Last Battle. I've been wanting to talk to you about this sort of since we started realizing what was going to happen here, and I'm really glad you could come in. Thank you.
Thank you very much.